now introduce you to a Miami filmmaker who's creating some waves in the film industry with his provoking short film, Wet Foot, Dry Foot. Meet Carlos Gutierrez and hear what he has to say about Latino typecasting in Hollywood.
My name is Carlos Gutierrez, and I'm a filmmaker. Coming from the Cuban culture, I was born here, but my parents are both Cuban immigrants, and I think that has a lot to do with growing up in Miami. That's another big part of it. The weather, the sensuality of the city, the climate, everything about it is just influential to someone who's grown up here, and I think it gives you a certain viewpoint upon the world that maybe you wouldn't have in any other kind of more vanilla city. The idea came from a newspaper article in the Miami Herald about a Cuban rafter who had come to shore alone, naked, had to swim 25 miles, and the story appealed to me. Just the depravity of it, the savageness of it, and it was something that really kind of hit home for me. And I subsequently ended up interviewing the rafter who the story was based on. And basically, him and I kind of just talked about all the scenarios. He had tried to come to the United States from Cuba 13 times, and out of those 13 times, he had a lot of stories. And I think we just kind of incorporated as much as we could into the film. And it was also a desire to kind of put upon a critique of the wet foot, dry foot policy. Specifically, what the policies are that we're doing versus, against these countries like Mexico and Cuba to try and prevent immigration as opposed to trying to do something more proactive. So I hope people just pay attention to immigration and its issues a little more. I think Latinos are definitely growing in terms of their numbers and their influence in Hollywood and entertainment circles. I think there's still a long way to go. I think the seriousness of the programming needs to change. I think more serious filmmakers need to come out of the Latino culture and the Latino circles. The subject matter, I think, also needs to change in terms of what the audience is hungry for. I think if Hollywood assumes that Latinos want just kind of popcorn entertainment all the time, that's what they're going to give us. And I think there has to be a certain demand for bigger entertainment, more serious, epic kind of quality to it. Typecasting was done as a commercial for the New York Latino Film Festival, and it was kind of to appeal to Latinos at the festival in terms of the way that Hollywood casts Latino films and looks at Latino actors, and it was kind of a critique upon that. And the person who wrote it is of Latin descent, as well as I am, who directed it. So I think for us it was very important to really demonstrate in a very kind of satirical tone what exactly Hollywood does when it casts for Latino parts and what are the Latino parts that they're looking for.
This family is staying together.
Oh no, he didn't.
Take it easy, man.
Okay, it's a lowrider, not a sedan.
Ay, papi, stop.
Okay, that's more like it.
Hi, my name is Shirley Rumiak, and I'll be reading for the part of prostitute number 2.
I just finished my master's in New York University. I'm writing 2 feature films right now, and one of them is a feature version of Wet Foot, Dry Foot, based on the short film, so I'm hoping that one of those 2 takes off soon and we can maybe shoot it here in Miami.